What's up guys, Mcdoubles back again with a brand new video. In this video, I want to try Carnage Incarnate, a really badass bear build on Project Ascension. And I want to start a kind of a mini-series like I've been doing, where we level a tank character up, we play it as bear, and we try a lot of different bear specs. Shadow Bear, Carnage Incarnate, what have you. There's a bunch of others as well. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun, and it gives us yet another ult to be leveling, and that's a lot of raid lockouts for me, right? I've already got a caster and a melee. Now let's go for the Agi-based bear tank. Just to reiterate, we are going to be doing the giveaway at the end of the video. If you want to enter the giveaway for this video, though, leave a comment in the comment section below with your in-game name in it so I can send you your reward, I guess you could say, if you win. And of course, like the video. Also, the AMA is going to be at the end of the video as well, and that's where I do some community stuff with you guys, answer some questions, and talk to you guys like 5 minutes typically at the end of the video. So hope you guys are ready for that. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoy the build. Let's get into it. Okay, so I was thinking about doing a completely different character after the caster series, and honestly, the bear builds have just really been attracting me right now. Specifically, I want to start off with Carnage Incarnate, because, you know, it hits really close to home, but it seems like it's going to be pretty good. I've got all of the bear form tank skill cards that you can actually get for free. Just as a quick reminder, they added this because of our community outcry, which was pretty nice, probably like 6 months ago, where you have, or actually maybe longer at this point, healing skill cards and tanking skill cards are in the starter zones. Now, once upon a time, they were bugged so that you had to pick between 2 of any 4 that they gave you, but they've changed it to where now 2 of them are normals and 2 of them are golden, so you can have every single ability guaranteed. So yeah, if you don't have a tank or a heal guy yet, this is a good excuse to do it because they give you your 4 abilities that you're really going to need most with some key builds basically for free. Now, as for my lucky cards, yeah, you can see I've got some interesting stuff in mind. I have Titan's Grip because yes, that does work with bear form. You can see they nerfed it like a year ago. While shapeshifted, feral attack power on weapons in the offhand is cut in half basically. I still think this might be fine because if I don't really care about my damage as a tank, this is just a lot of extra stats. Now here's the thing, I also go for survival instincts, kind of like Last Stand, but for ferals, 25% more maximum health. I took the stun slash way to interrupt for bear as well, bash. We don't necessarily get all of these things, but we have a higher chance of drafting them. And I got the commanding shout for more health, lacerate in case I go with the lacerate bear build. There's another one we haven't spoke about that uses this, and we might try that as well. And then blessing of sank, which is 5% strength, 5% stam, and more mana just for playing my class. These are all really, really high quality cards in my opinion for almost any bear build. And the things I don't have are pretty easy to get. They're low rarity stuff. So I'm going to level to 15 and obviously find a group. We'll tank all the way through with that enchant in hand and see how it does. I'll go over the enchant when we get there and we'll see what abilities we get at 15 by then. But hey, I'm really excited guys just to do something different, to tank again, potentially on some crazy bear builds, which is something we literally never play, and we're doing it on Bear God XD. What can I say? Okay. Alright guys, let's do it. We have a pretty good group. This guy claims that we'll make it to max in 1 hour and 10 minutes maximum. Well, we'll see. Okay. And like I said, we're starting off with Carnage Incarnate. Let me go ahead and let you guys know exactly what this does. This transforms the warrior rend ability into a bear form version, and it basically allows me to use the Taste for Blood talent. But normally Taste for Blood will affect your overpower. In this case, basically when my rend procs, it has a chance to make my next swipe do more threat and draw blood from enemies hit, stacking up to 12 times. If I go below 50% health, I consume some of the blood to heal myself for a presumably high amount. If I reach max stacks though, I become Carnage Incarnate, encasing myself in a bone shield that protects me from damage and heals me and damages everybody, just like the ultimate threat and damage reduction and damage in general package for a tank. I want to give this a try with the epic enchant Tainted Swipe. Every 10 seconds, swipe becomes tainted, inflicting my target with nature damage over time and does bonus threat. Okay, that seems really good. We don't get the Taste for Blood talent for the big stuff until 25, and we're 22 right now. We do get an interesting little capstone on the Feral Instinct that I've never played with though. First of all, this increases swipe damage by 30% and reduces my damage taken by 3% while Enrage is active, so that's basically all the time. And then the cooldown of Enrage goes down by 1 second every time I swipe. Okay, so we're seeing a lot of swipe synergy. Seems simple to play. All right, let's do it. Okay, currently I'm in first place DPS as the tank. I'm a little squishier right now, but I did take the evasion early on. That dodge is really, really nice. So we're going to get some defensive cooldowns, right? And once we hit 25, which we just did after this boss when we're out of combat, we can take the taste for blood talent, and we're going to start healing ourselves and encasing ourselves in a bone shield. By the way, that's the tainted wound. You can see the damage over time, 38, 42. Not too bad. Okay, let's see what we get. Fire Blast, Healing Touch. I'll take that. Or a Greater Heal. I'll go for the Healing Touch. Look at that. Consume blood. Consuming a stack if I go below 50% health. Nice. And it just keeps going up. So I think I want to get all the way to max, right? Max stacks. Oh my god, this guy's immune to bleed. That's horrible, man. Horrible for me, dude. All right, there we go. Carnage Incarnate. Do you see it? It's a really brief moment. That's something I know. Look at me with the bear. It's just, oh, it's just ridiculous. One of the best things to have as a tank is the horn, dude. I love having the horn. It's what pulls everything super fast. All right, I'm just going to bleed a few of these guys, go for the evasion. This is the only way I tank, by the way. So, okay, all of these guys are taking damage from the tainted swipe. That's big. And assuming they lived long enough, they would have been taking damage from my enchant too. So, obviously, when I get to max, this is going to be a heck of a lot better because I'm actually going to be able to have time to DPS. And that's a big plus. All right, let's jump off the side here. All right, see ya. That's just great. Oh, God, huge. I'm taking reduced damage from the enrage. I should be building stacks. Oh, I died, dude. I did so much damage, though. Okay, can we recover? I'm going for the stacks. We built the stacks, guys. Oh, I know I needed more. They're dying too fast. That's been the biggest thing right now, guys. Like, actually getting to the point where I have enough stacks. All right, so let's just start. We have the rend up. Okay, the rend. Okay, we have it. There. Look at the freaking bone shield around me. So I just have to keep rending, basically. So as I pull, I can just rend. Move on to the next guy. It's not bad. Wow, look at all this extra damage. I love this tainted swipe enchant. It's so fun. The problem is a lot of these guys are immune to bleeds. That's the biggest problem I'm having right now. Okay, another big pull. We never make it, man. All right, let's rend. Okay, I have the bone shield up. I'm not taking any damage. Let's just acknowledge the lack of damage. Like, I don't have any special gear or anything like that, guys. Like, there's no swaps. It's just satchel gear, you know? Or, like, stuff that I needed in the dungeon. It's just, it's kind of unreal if you think about it. I could just keep pulling as if I'm a max level player. These are same level mobs. I do not out-level this right now. And I just keep getting my stacks, keep healing, keep tainted swiping, and just keep pulling. Okay? Literally a bear god right now. Alright, I don't want to get stunned without applying this rend. There we go. I applied... Oh, man. She freaking parried my rend. Okay, so now I'm stunned. And they parry everything at the worst time. Why are you on this guy? Hello? What is this? They never run to you. They want to, like, have a 1v1. The DPS do, like, in the back. Like, I've noticed that. I've been that guy. You know what I mean? It's, like, so much consistent threat, man. I have literally 0 weaknesses outside of whatever bear might have by default. By the way, don't play a lot of bear. So every time on this channel that I play something that, you know, traditionally in WoW, I didn't play as often, it's so much more fun, in my opinion, because everything is basically brand new. Survival instincts, by the way. That's really good. And we have Ghost Wolf, Blizzard, Ancestral Spirit. You know what? Maybe for the theme. This is obviously mostly a PvE or maybe an open world thing just to be cancer against melee. No, you don't go Ghost Wolf, dude. I'm going Ancestral Spirit. Okay, Immolate. Oh my god, all the fire stuff. There's always a fire draft, I've noticed. Frost Ward. Oh my god, Hellfire, I guess. No riposte for me. And let's see. Cure Poison, Moonglade. Oh, okay, TP Moonglade spec. We'll just go for it. Okay, let's see here, and I guess Smite. You just pull both bosses at once. Just start off by just getting rend up on a couple targets, and that should get my stacks up pretty fast. Little sneaky boys, man. Oh my god, I can't even function. Like, everything died so fast. Oh, Intimidating Shout. Usable while shapeshifted. I don't know, it's more of a PvP thing though, right? I'm gonna Astral Recall. I like the extra Hearthstone. Okay, level 38 in 1 dungeon. That's literally no joke. This is so strong, guys. Okay, while I'm in bear form, 10% more armor from cloth and leather. Okay, reduces my chance to be hit, critically hit, in fact, by melee attacks by 6%. Even better. And dodge rating increased by 24% of my agility, so that, you know, hones in the whole agility route for tanking. Man, this dude would be in a full purple jumpsuit on World of Warcraft, man. Like, That's all I can say. It's like, what even is this transmog, man? Something's just wrong about this, dude. All right, let's not look at it too long. There's something's just wrong. He has the special hat. Oh, I love the special little hat. Okay, anyway, I'm literally going so fast. It's not even funny. The healer said, okay, I'm level 40, so you can do what you want. I'm like, okay. I took that seriously, dude. Like, I'm just not gonna stop moving. That's basically how I'm gonna tank right now. Never stop moving, never stop swiping, and never take any damage. Yeah, this is so good. There we go, 44, guys. And, ooh, is that nope, it's not the right one. We have to go for the Moonfire. There's a different form of Fairy Fire that you can use in feral forms, and that's not it. Honestly, this is almost one of those builds that would be better to stream, because a lot of this time that you're playing, it's like you don't really have anything to say. So there's like nothing to say, because you're just doing the same swippity swipes, right? But it's actually fun. It's actually very interesting, too, when you're watching all the damage happen, and how little damage you're taking, like that feeling you get. You feel so good. It's a really, look at that. It's like, I love the procs, man, just for playing some of the most simple gameplay that a bear could ever give me, which is swipe rend. I mean, eventually we can add like maul or maybe lacerate to this build, something like that. You know, just for single target, because like the AoE or in basically all of the dungeon other than the boss fight itself is swipe. And the occasional rend. Alright, Wolf Master Nandos. Let's see what we can do. Evasion up, I guess. I don't really need it. Oh my god. Now, I am starting to fall behind in DPS, but I am with a group of a lot of really well-geared people. Like, they are doing it right. All right, nice, guys. 46, and, dang, man, Arcane Shot. I don't know what I would actually need for a Legendary besides Berserk, which is guaranteed. I'm pretty sure Divine Shield is not it, though. Probably Divine Protection. I don't even know if that's usable while shapeshifted, though, so I have no idea. We'll see. All right, massive slime pull. Possibly a mistake. Can't tell yet. We'll figure it out in a moment. I don't want to actually stun them until I have, okay, there is no evasion. We can go for the stun. Look at that. And we lived. Holy Jesus, dude. I think I know why I see Bear Brood tanks more than any other tank. Like, of course, there could be some kind of confirmation bias there because they're so easy to spot, you know, because you have to be in bear form. But I really do feel like I see a lot of them. And I think it's because they're just so easy to play, yet you feel so powerful. Like, so freaking powerful the entire time you're playing it. There's something to be said about the feeling a class gives you. And Bear gives you good feelings, dude. I highly recommend this. I actually think now, like, if anybody would ever ask me, like, what's a good, easy-to-play tank build? I'd be like, Incarnate. Whatever it's called. Carnage Incarnate. It's so good. It's so easy. Like, I have 2 abilities right now. Maybe the Enrage as well, and Charge if I was luckier than what I am. And, I don't know, man. We'll see if it continues at max, right? And we have other things to try. Here's the thing, though. I think they're all going to be equally OP. I do think this kind of pulling, though, is a first. I think the ability to not even care to this degree is a pretty heavy first. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I die here. I'm going to keep swippy swiping. I don't even think I have a rend up. A lot of these guys were immune to bleeds. Like, let me see. Like, see, they're immune. You see the immune when I do the rend? That sucks. Okay, we're almost to the end. This is such an easy one. I actually had to fight people in a not real way, like, you know, fake fighting on the internet. But you know what I'm trying to say? I'd be like, no, we can do it, guys. No Murgon. It's good. I promise. And they're like, nah. And then they already vote kicked everybody. This was the easiest dungeon ever. Or explosions. He just keeps screaming, dude. He just keeps on screaming. Just die, please. There we go, guys. Mangle. Oh, and the challenging shout at the same time. I think there's a different one for bear form, right? Let's double check that. Challenging shout seems pretty good. Yeah, challenging roar. Nice. Okay, so I'm gonna go for my mangle. Okay, 52 growl. I'll take a taunt. I can't believe how easy this is, just to be honest. Like, I love being the tank now with these threat changes from a few months ago. Like, the way I play, I want to go so fast. And I just don't want to be disrespectful to the tank, so unless I've got like a rapport going with them, I try not to be that guy. But when I'm the tank, I am that guy, so I can do whatever I want. And it's just, I just cannot get over how much I love that. I mean, nothing's off the table. I might have literally every possible combination in the game as an ult at some point, but I'm thinking like early on, I've got my caster. That's awesome, obviously. I've got my melee. That's how I normally play anyway. And we've done a tank in vanilla a little bit. I think we liked it, so maybe we'll just try that again. But we'll be something completely different and just be a bear tank main. There's a bunch of specs. If this video is Carnage Incarnate, we have Shadow Bear we can play. We have Nature's Fervor, I think it's called, that we can play. There's even some wonky bear tanks that are like Fire Bear and stuff that we can try. 56, by the way, Volley, Wind Fury Totem, Lesser Healing Wave. Okay, let's just go for the heal. And Portal Mastery, I'll take that. Could be really nice for a PvE tank spec. Mangle reduces the cooldown of Enrage. Wow. I also have Swipe reducing the cooldown, right? Yeah, okay. Lots of things reducing Enrage's cooldown. I literally have never truly tried to do a bear tank, right? I think I said that already. So I just have to go for dodge, I guess? Adaptive defense, maybe? These guys keep complaining in chat. Like, I'll do a pull, and they'll be like, oh my god, he pulled one guy. And I'm like, yeah, because, like, this is so easy, dude. Like, let's just run it all down. And then they're like, they don't say anything after it goes perfect. It's happened a few times now, man. I've noticed it. Like, whenever you get in groups with these elitist guys, they're so good at the game. I can give them that. They're so good at the game. But they're always jacks, dude. Like, just always, man. Oh my god, we almost died there. We almost died. Which is, once again, a testament to the skill of the players in this party, because that healer is freaking great. It's the same dude. Purple jumpsuit, bro. Again, I can't disparage the skill. I just think tank is such an interesting position because if like anybody talks crap to you and you're the DPS, if you're in a random group, you always have to wonder, you know, like, am I gonna get vote kicked? But when you're the tank, no, you're not. Like, the healer, I guess, is pretty similar, but oh yeah, just keep pulling. Just keep stagger pulling, man. All the little Theradrim shards, the little shartlings, man. We can kill them. It's no problem. Get a little baby bleed up on this guy, a little baby bleed up on that guy. We should be fine. We're just gonna run through all the mountain giants because they don't attack you. They just throw boulders. And so you can just dodge them. We rush the last boss, turn in Princess Theradris right here. The Corruption of Earth and Seed quest. Get a bunch of XP. And, dude, this is so insane. I have 30 seconds on this XP pot. Probably not going to make it. But, yeah, we're almost 60. It's been certainly less than an hour of actual leveling as a group. Okay, Silencing Shot, Fear Ward, Renew. I guess Fear Ward could potentially have use. It's one of those things like you live in a world with Tremor Totem. All right, there's the Berserk. I'll take that. Berserk's a very interesting ability that I guess if you've never played Feral, you wouldn't really know what it does. Basically, it allows my Mangle ability to hit up to 3 targets, which is really, really good if I just want to hold aggro in any kind of pull. Although for this build, it's kind of useless. It does have this other interesting thing about it, though, that's just not DPS oriented, right? It says, while active, your Savage Defense Absorb effect is increased by 1%. So Savage Defense is actually an ability that I carded, and this says, every time I deal a critical strike in bear form, I get a stack of Savage Defense, reducing my damage taken from the next 3 attacks by 5% of my maximum health, so this would be 6% plus 5% of my attack power. I don't know if it's buffing both percentages up to 6%. Is it really just 1% though? Is that like it? Yeah, it's just 1. Okay, I guess that's probably still good. 6% of my maximum health, I guess that could potentially be a whole lot, right? So like 1% is not a joke. Okay, so critting is definitely the name of the game in this regard. I do want to be critting. All right, guys, 65. It's been a journey. We should be 70 very, very soon. What I'm going to do is loot all these guys, get all their blood, turn this quest in, and do Ring of Blood, and we should be all the way at max. I freaking love the memes, dude. There's been so many. There's been like the stereotypical jealous guy. There's been like the stereotypical memers. Mostly those types, right? Those are the best types. I love those types. And then we have this guy who obviously falls under the meme category. But listen, I think it's hilarious. You kids talking shit about Mcdoubles. You wouldn't say this shit to him at LAN. He's jacked. Not only that, but he wears the freshest clothes, eats at the chillest restaurants, and hangs out with the hottest dudes. Y'all are pathetic. It's all actually true. Isn't that crazy? Wow, this seems like you could be really good. This is my level 70 ability, guys. Rampage, and I get 5% crit. Remember, guys, crit's really good. Okay, I'll take it. That cannot be a bad thing. And, like, not everybody can get it, so I'm actually adding utility for my group with this, which I love to do. So I'll be honest, guys, we're level 70 now, and I just don't think we rolled a super good version of this spec, but I was looking at some random enchants, and I came across a crazy one. I just looked up Bleed, and I saw Twilight, and I remembered this, and I was like, huh, Vampiric Embrace now heals from bleeds. Interesting. What if I made a bear-based build with Carnage Incarnate, and I used Twilight so that all of my bleeds are healing me now? Huh, that could be really interesting with the whole dodge mechanic. I'm, you know, taking larger hits than maybe a blocker would. Oh, okay. Maybe that was meant to be. I'm out of rerolls, though, and the problem, of course, is that I need this spell. I'm gonna see if I can make the skill card happen, because if I can, it's definitely worth it, and we can just re-roll this to 70 and start gearing with a much better build.
The next day.
Alright guys, I've got some good news, and I've got some bad news. The good news, actually no, let's start with the bad. The bad news is that I did not actually acquire the esteemed Vampiric Embrace. We're still gonna go hard with what is almost basically like a blood-sucking vampire. Yeah, like a vampire bear. But we're not gonna have this one buff that would potentially give us a lot of healing. The pro of this is that it probably doesn't matter. I think that you guys are gonna get a smile back on your face once you realize the good part. Guys, other than not getting Vampiric Embrace, I think I literally rolled a perfect, I mean that, perfect bear tank build. Absolutely, unequivocally perfect. Let me show you guys how lucky I got. First of all, look at my damage cooldown core, the reduction damage type. Look, Bark Skin, Divine Protection, and Evasion with Prep for another Evasion. I've got the Enrage, I've got the Berserk, I even have Demoralizing Roar, okay? We have our Swipe, of course. Lacerate was picked up with the Rend Carnage as well, and the Mangle, Fairy Fire Feral, and Growl. We have Charge this time, so I can go into really interesting charge-based talents that reduce my damage taken by 30% and basically eliminate rage problems if I have them from the equation. Now, I've also got, of course, because I'm Taran, the War Stomp, which is so nice as a tank, guys. Literally, I mean that too. And I got lucky enough to get the aspect of the monkey, 2% more dodge, and the blessing of Sank for another 5% strength but 5% stamina, and every time I dodge, or yeah, basically just dodge, I get 6% of my mana, which could be good if I'm going in between forms at any point. Basically doesn't matter, but the 5% stamina is quite nice. Now guys, I know that already sounds really good, and you may have already noticed, but let me show you what else I got. Guys, check this out. Yes, I got Voidwalker, and I also got Soul Link, meaning I have 6% damage reduction because of him, and as you can see up here, another 10% reduced physical damage taken. It's insane to get the Voidwalker on a tank. This is basically perfect. I want to go for some heroics and see how we do. I'm trying some pretty interesting epics as well. So I have the one with the Forest epic. You don't even see this. It was not on the auction house. I had to go into the world chat to find somebody with it. My critical strikes in bear form increase the duration of Bark Skin by 1 second. I should be critting a lot. I have 18% base crit already. That's not too bad. When I'm in bear form, it goes up to 24%. I'm also trying Sweeping Swings, mostly because there really isn't anything else I could be using right now, because I didn't get the Vampiric Embrace. This says transforms my Sweeping Strikes, which I did pick up, into Sweeping Swings, giving me more AoE basically on my autos, and since I'm in bear form, I have pretty big autos. And then we have the Tainted Swipe. Now, I also got this little doozy you may have already noticed, the Titan's Grip. 15% reduced damage taken, 5% reduced healing taken. That is a pretty big thing, but I think it's going to be okay because I have all the passive healing to begin with, because here's what I'm going to get from this. Little known fact, when you use Titan's Grip, you can use a shield and a staff at the same time. So I can use a feral bear staff with armor and agi and the whole 9 yards, and a big boy shield that you of course don't get the block value from it, but I'll find a better one eventually. It gives defense rating, a lot of armor. I mean, look at this. I mean, freaking, with no shield in bear form, I'm at almost 11,000 armor, but with the shield, I'm at 14,000 armor, guys. Yeah, so this guy is stacked right now, and I'm really excited to play him, so let's just jump into heroic and see how we do. Alright guys, 2 days of editing later, and we're actually in the dungeon. Nice. Okay, so we'll see how this build does. I've got the demon armor, so I was super prepping, man, for that Vampiric Embrace. Here's the thing, like I said, this build, the abilities are so broken, man. The double evasion, like, Divine Protection is usable while shapeshifted. It's a new change. It wasn't always like that. I mean, this is really good. Now, I went ahead and I set myself up with a bunch of random crap off the auction house, but you guys know about the shield and the 2H. Well, you didn't know is that I did also get 2 set of Waste Walker for 35 hit rating, various agi gear, anything I could possibly find that gave stamina or agi, and you know, I've got my basic enchants that I talked to you guys about already. I'm also trying some weird stuff, Aegis for example for more armor, Thick Hide for more armor contribution, that's clearly made for me, but that's about it. And I also have an idol, first I've ever used on the channel, I think, 12 stamina. They've been changing these recently to give them better and more relevant stats and effects, so hey, I do have the lacerate, so I'm gonna get 8 more damage on it. Okay, sounds cool. So I'm thinking that the rotation is like while I'm pulling, I'm swiping after a single Carnage. But if I'm on a boss, I only need to keep up the Carnage and then let the stacks build up naturally. And then I think I just keep up the lacerate, as many stacks as I can, and spam Mangle on cooldown. Because Mangle is increasing the damage of my Rend and my lacerate, which is pretty cool. My talent spec will be in my Discord as always. I will say though, I took Primal Gore. This actually allows lacerate to proc Savage Defense, which we talked about earlier in the video. That's going to make me even better on the single target bosses. So 17,000 HP out of bear form right now, 20,000 in it, and that's on the low end. So let's see what we can do. Start by going for the Rend. I got the nice damage add-on. I want to change the font though. This is like the average stuff. Okay, so I feel a little scuffed, but I think the DPS is just low. I think that's what I messed up. Like, things weren't dying fast, and so I was like taking the damage more. But I mean, really, I'm fine now that the Rends have gone up. I guess my demon, I need to get sacrifice on my bar. But my demon can attack stuff, I guess. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm literally just swiping. Now, I also want to keep up in rage as much as I can. It does actually reduce damage you take, ultimately. I'm going to go for a super mega pull right here. Okay, sweeping swings. I don't know if this works the way I think it does. It does look nice, though. We stun everything in Demoralizing Roar. Nice. I didn't pop a cooldown. I guess I could evasion now because I am low and he's having a little bit of trouble bringing me back up. No, we're good. God, this healer's so good, man. It's hard to tell if I'm good or if the healer's good. I'd like to say it's a dual effort, but yeah. I do wish I could see the bear form right now, but because I'm on this instance, it's making me a human, and for some reason the human form is overriding the bear form, which is so horrible because I keep thinking I'm not in the form, and I want to click the keybind, which could take me out of the form. You know what I mean? Like, that's not great. Now, Demoralizing Roar, that was a low-key pickup. Really happy with that, and I guess on all these pulls, I should probably just macro sweeping swings to everything. Like, I guess if it's a multi-pull, I literally always want to use it. Okay, wait, let me just pull these, get aggro. I'll just swipe twice. Okay. Okay, I macroed it to swipe. Might as well. I just realized my pet died, by the way, which is a big F. So, he should never be attacking anything. I changed my mind. Lost aggro for a moment because of the CC, but that's normal. Oh my god, yes, dude. Keep that in rage up. Don't want to forget Demoralizing Roar. I mean, it's kind of like one of those things where you're trying to remember to pop CDs and think about it like that just for good practice, right? But right now, despite my PvP auction house gear, I am really freaking strong and I feel it, dude. Okay, so we've got the Rend up. This is so interesting because it's literally my favorite spec of all time on Ascension, which is Rend OP variants, but in bear form in many ways, except it's AoE, which is also my favorite. It's literally everything I ever would want. All in one, dude, if you really think about it, which is so fun. I love it. It's so simple, man. And you can see the sweeping strikes on cooldown. I'm not doing horrible DPS, you know, it'll go up as I get more gear and stuff like that. The weird thing is I think PvE power now also reduces damage you take. You can see reduces damage taken from creatures. So I'm actually taking more damage right now than I should by default, and it's not mattering. Imagine all the healing we'd be getting right now if we had the Vampiric Embrace. Again, it wouldn't matter, and that's what I kind of suspected, that I would just be like so strong with the base part of the enchant that I'm already using, that it just wouldn't matter. I'm getting all the shields, I'm getting all the extra, you know, reduce the healing I get by default, by the way, is coming from the enchant, so I don't need Vampiric Embrace to heal myself. Yeah, it's working really well. I think the DPS is pretty good. A little on the low end if we're talking Karazhan, obviously, but we're just in heroics right now, so it's like perfectly fine. But you totally do notice it on the single target fights. You don't really notice it on the normal pulls, though. Okay, this guy's dead. He's not going to despawn right now. Okay. Oh, yeah, the Badge of Justice farm is beginning. We only have one. I think after this, we'll also ask the healer if I was hard to heal, just so you guys have an actual other person's perspective. And he doesn't know who I am, obviously. So, he's not going to lie. He's going to think, oh, who's this rando? And, you know, and if I suck, he's going to be like, yeah, dude, you sucked. Nice, okay. In for the swipe. Already got the Carnage up. I'm just naturally unkillable, right? Like, I have so many cooldowns, and I don't have to use them. By the way, I also don't have to enrage, at least for the rage itself. Of course, I have many other reasons to, I guess, want to use it. Namely, the damage reduction I'll get ultimately from it. But, you know, if I don't even feel like I need that, I don't know. I actually wonder if it would be possible to tank Karazhan right now. I know, but maybe not. I'm also curious if I can beat people in PvP with this. Something tells me no. Okay, last boss. Everything is up right now. I have all my bleeds up with this lacerate. And I can actually spam my main goal right now. I have Berserk up, that's why. Let's get the other bleed back up. And I don't actually have to be using swipe right now. Like, my bleeds alone, alright, demoralizing roar, are actually keeping everything up. We can actually fairy fire as well. Now look at this, hunger for blood, 10 seconds. You can actually bring it up to 15 seconds, I think. Okay, for the first time, I'm popping evasion again. And I don't even think I need it. Like, it's so hard to gauge when you need cooldowns, when you literally don't ever feel like you need them. But I think we're fine. I can sacrifice now. I got the keybind for that. That's the Voidwalker shield. That's one of the reasons that it's also really good. Oh my god, they keep pushing us in the lookouts. This is awful. Alright, get the Carnage back up. Nice. There we go. Super dead. I feel so strong. I'm not even having to use anything. Like I said, wow, Nightfall wrist guards. Yeah, I'll definitely take that short term. Reaver of the Infinites. And we can just get rid of all this. Need the Primal Nether. We'll see if we win anything. Okay, so apparently a lot of people needed a lot of this stuff. So we only won the Primal Nether. Oh, and we also won the Wastewalker helmet, which is great. The hit rating is actually pretty good for me right now. And I actually got a regular one, by the way, Wastewalker tunic, that is, from my prestigious cache. So that's actually 2 pieces of the actual PvE set. That's actually not too bad, just for all the hit rating it's going to be giving me right now. Yeah, I'll definitely take that. Okay, was I hard to heal? Not really. There you go, from Brulos himself, boys. I'll take it. But alright guys, those are some decent attempts. I cannot wait to keep playing this guy. But the video is getting long, so we're going to go ahead and do the giveaway and the AMA. So, first of all, let's go ahead and do the AMA. Alright, so first question from Carlson FPV. He said, good job, healer build possible. This was on my Pyrolade video, so thank you, dude. Yeah, I like the fire builds. Are healer builds possible? Yes, and I will most likely be doing some soon. They are very, very strong in PvP right now, in fact. Like, way too strong, in my opinion. At least for solo play, for small scale stuff, for normal people. But hey, that is what it is. For PvE, healing is always pretty chill. I just wish they would add more builds. Alright, Adam Begonia. I just happened to choose your question again, dude. I guess, I don't know. I guess you asked good questions. I didn't even see it at first. I don't even look at the name when I pick the question. Anyway, he says, I'm new to Ascension. I'm currently just leveling and prestiging. Ultimately, he asked, though, what do I do at max level? Well, this is basically what you do, and I think you already caught on. It's early BC, so there aren't as many things to do until more raids come out and more content. But these are the different things you could do. Number 1, you farm heroics until you get the PvE gear you want, and then you supplement it with doing Karazhan, probably a good half dozen to a dozen times on your character. Another thing you can do, get your reputation up to Exalted with, well, basically look it up to see who gives you the proper enchants, because you're going to want the shoulder and other enchants that you get from those Exalted reputations, and that's all based on build. So just look up different TBC Exalted reputation rewards, something like that. Another thing you could do if you like PvP is spam BGs and farm a PvP set. The PvP set you can then use in high risk, and that's another thing you could do is high risk PvP, which again, all of this is for fun. You could find a guild, do some high risk farming, try to make some money, or try to PK solo players, which is what I do. That's more fun in my opinion. If you care about skill, if you just want dopamine though, go join a group, you know what I mean? Same thing goes for if you like arena. You know, you can go into arena, you could try to try hard it, right? Which means you're really gonna have to build specifically for it, or you can go in there more casual, just do your dailies, just have fun, and don't care what people say about rating on a game like Ascension. So that's all the different stuff you can do. But soon we're gonna have Mcdoubles lair, we're gonna have Gruul's lair, we're gonna end up going into Black Temple, we're gonna end up going into Sunwell, like all the different raids of Burning Crusade. Mythics will come out, as you know, and that's gonna be a cool grind as well. See all the different things we can get from that, the Mythic Plus system. Yeah, there's a lot to do, but it's gonna be more fun, less raid logging if you have multiple characters, and that's what I recommend, or multiple specs. Prestige, man, go for the different stuff, try to have some fun, make up your own builds. just take it as serious as you want to take it, and just have fun. Okay, Jedi Frog, what's your opinion on needing legendary enchants to have a viable build? So just to sum up what Jedi Frog said, basically he said that when legendary enchants build your build for you, it kind of takes out a lot of the build, well, skill, right? Where you take an enchant that does something generic and you toss it in, or that it does something obscure even. Generic's not even the right word. It could do something very obscure, like it only helps one specific thing. How do you make that thing good? That's a lot more enticing than, let's say, a build around. Another problem he mentions is that a lot of the times the ones that aren't build arounds are just underpowered, and we've gone over that. We talked about how many unviable enchants there are right now. There's like 60 or 70 legendary enchants in the game, as far as I counted at least a while back, that suck. But it's important to keep in mind they have actually disabled some of the less good ones and they're remaking them. But I agree with you, man. I think that less legendary enchants should be total build arounds, but that doesn't mean that you can't have more transforms. I think that's been the biggest problem. They're combining the concept of giving you new transforms and giving you a complete build around at the same time, where they tell you how to play. I don't think that has to happen. Maybe looking at epic enchants more for transforms, but I think like if you just had a simple ability transformation. Lava Lash turns into a two-handed weapon ability that does fire damage with some small effects. That could have been Lava Lash, but instead they built the spec for you. You know what I mean? I think we will see stuff like that, and I'm actually very optimistic with the team. I think that they hear both of us right now, and I think that especially with the whole Season 8 thing, Dutch keeps alluding to me that it's going to be the biggest thing that Ascension has literally ever done, but of course that is a little bit of ways away. But yeah, I think that expect to see crazy things where, you know, having skill in what you build is still a big deal. And listen, if you play at the highest levels, the tiniest things can make your build OP. But I agree with you. I do agree with you that if your legendary enchant kind of does all the work for you, then you're kind of just playing a class game. But to me, that's always kind of been what Ascension was. They at first advertised it as classless, but in my opinion, it was just wildcard. It was like Build-A-Bear, build your own class. You know what I mean? Like so it's always been class-based to me. It was just your unique class. The legendary enchants just help you hone that in. That has been my fault, by the way. I did actually encourage them to add these types of enchants, so you could almost blame me for the meta. I will take that blame. I just don't think it's wholly bad. So we'll just see what they can do. But like I said, I overall agree with you, and yeah, I think that they hear us and good things will happen. Okay, and then a couple super chats, a few actually on this video. Leandre Morgan, he's a member for 4 months too, dude. Thank you. I'm going to be getting member badges and stuff, nicer ones, not just the ones that I was able to come up with when I first did it, and hopefully you like that. So anyway, he says, any chance at a bleed-based build? Interestingly enough, I did just now kind of make a bleed-based bear build, but yes, if it's going to be hunter or rogue-based, I would say hunter-based is going to be the way that I'd go. Raid Bosses says, I cannot believe you were in the ridiculous Kara raid. Oh, he was in the same raid as me in my fire video. He says, I completely understand why you didn't show most of it. I can't believe you were the one who bought the shoulders from me at the end. After that lead, put Master Loot on for a single boss just to give the melee DPS ring I won to a caster. I just rolled need on everything thereafter and won far more than I should have, and from a guy named My Free Camps. Yeah, I thought about that. I was like, why did you steal everything, dude? Because that kind of sucked, but honestly, since I was able to afford the shoulders, I kind of shrugged it off and moved on. Honestly, I did not show parts of that raid because of the small bits of drama from the random people in the raid. I actually didn't show it because just most of it wasn't good, if that makes sense. Like the gameplay, like it made more sense in that video to skip ahead in that raid and just show certain parts. It was a different kind of video. I know it seems like you might think, but honestly, I like to show the drama stuff sometimes, so trust me, that wasn't, you know, it wasn't you, or it wasn't the drama. It's fine. But hey, thank you, man. Okay, and Blake Patterson, can you make a tame dragonkin pet focused build as a feral cat? Bruh, are you doing this to me on purpose? Like, if the answer is it literally possible, the question is yes. If the question is, will I make one and make a video on it? I don't know. But what I can say is that it's probably fine. You'd have to roll cat form, you'd have to roll tame dragonkin, and at that point, there is no synergy, but it is going to be fun. It's even worse because, you know, it's feral cat, so you can't use Sinister Transfusion, which requires you to use a rogue combo point generator. So yeah, man, I don't even think it's viable. I don't think you really could, but if you wanted to, you could mix them anyway, and it would be fine. So yeah, okay, thank you guys for that. Now let's go ahead and do the giveaway from the last video, and once again, if you want to enter the giveaway for this video, leave a comment in the comment section below, and like the video, and then you'll have a chance to win a little supporter pack and an aura of XP as well. Alright guys, I got the link from the last video. Anything goes. Includes replies, but no duplicates. Okay, Pick a winner. Daniel Ortiz Pino. I just randomly found your channel 2 weeks ago and it's amazing. Love the crazy build ideas and how you explain everything. I'm new to the classless experience, so thanks for that. Super happy face. Sukio, dude, I am so glad you were the one that won. It's one of those people where they say, I'm new, and you think, God, I hope it's you. So, okay, grats, man. Let's go ahead and send you your stuff. Okay, I'm on the baller, and I'm not going to do this wrong this time, okay? All right, let's see. Sukiu, or Sukio, I don't know, one of those. We'll see. Sorry, man. Congrats. Hey, man, like I said in the video, you're the exact type of person I always hope wins these giveaways. I hope you benefit from this stuff, if I could type. Be well, man. Mcdoubles. With a smiley face for you as well, my friend. I don't give those out willy-nilly. Only so many people have gotten them, and you also get 40 copper to round me out to boot. So, it won't even round me out because of the 60G postage, dude. Yeah, I have to give away 80. Okay, thank you, man. Congrats. Boom. There we go. But alright, guys, that's going to be the end of this bear episode. Stay tuned for a part 2 where we're going to conquer more bear specs. Who knows which one, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So anyway, guys, like I said, like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Mcdoubles out.